guys, it's your girl Mina Marie, and I am back with another video. And as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be telling you ladies a few tips on how to elevate your life. I am 28, I'll be 29 in a few months, and I feel like I've done such a great job with accomplishing so much in my 20s. And also, I just want to help other people, like continue to chase their goals and just, like elevate themselves in any way possible. So let's get into this video, but before we do get into these tips, please subscribe down below. Also, make sure after this video that you tell a friend and tell a friend, to subscribe as well. And also just like share these tips out, like make sure y'all helping other people become better in life as well, especially if you want to be better yourself. So let's get into the first tip of like how to elevate your life. The first tip for elevating your life is I want you guys to really sit down and make a vision board or write down how you want your life to look. That is the first step that you need to do. Write down exactly where you see yourself by the time you're 30, by the time you're 35, whatever, where you see yourself in the next 2 years, by the end of the year, or even make a vision board. I'm a visual person, so by me seeing it, it helps me stay motivated to continue to just like keep going each and every day because I know that I got something that I need to accomplish. So make that vision board or map out how you want your life to look. That's the first step. The second step is anything that doesn't align with that goal or with that vision that you have for yourself, you got to be willing to remove it or like let go of it basically. So when it comes to like, let's say you want to get married to a man, right? You want a family and you want to, I don't know, like have kids and things like that. And you just want like a nice, like well put together, respected family, things like that. Does it make sense for you to go and date a hood dude? Like, not saying that hood dudes don't start families, but like if you're a corporate girl like myself, does it make sense for you to go date a hood dude who's in and out of jail? No, it does not make sense. So you have to align yourself with people who fit with the vision you have for your life. And honestly, that was a mistake that I did make in my 20s, is like saying like, oh, I want a family, I want a marriage, and I want a believer of God and things like that. And I'm talking to somebody that was locked up. And before y'all start judging, I'm in my 20s, so you can make those type of mistakes, but also I did learn from it and it didn't go far because I came to my senses like this don't make sense at all, so I cut that off. The second step, well, the third tip that I have is change your surroundings, y'all. Like, you have to be willing to move out your city, move out your state, like go experience new people or new things. And even if you can't move, that's fine as well, but just put yourself in different places. Like, go to networking events. Stop going to the lounges or the clubs where you see everybody from your Instagram there. Go put yourself in different environments to like basically like just get a new perspective on life and also see more, because I feel like when you see more, that makes you want to chase more. But when you're used to seeing the same things or the same people, it kind of keeps you stuck into like a mindset or just feeling like, it puts you in a box kind of to thinking like that's all it is to life. I grew up in Newark. And I feel like that was somewhere I never see myself staying long term. And I'm not gonna lie, like I did stay in surrounding areas outside of Newark due to like, my family living there, of course, but I knew that's not somewhere I always wanted to stay. But if you're not like constantly trying to do more and see more, it will really put you in a box to get comfortable staying in those areas. And like me working in corporate, I was able to like just see such different perspectives of other people in life. And that made me want to really like push myself further away from those areas and also out of those environments and from around those people as well, because I'm like, it didn't align with where I see myself, or even when I have children, I'm like, I don't want to raise them in these areas. So I definitely had to make sure to just change my environment and things like that. Another tip that I have is you got to let go of old things. And what I mean by that is you got to let go of those people, those friends who just don't align with where you see yourself. And no offense to them, but if you talking to people, like let's say you want to lose weight, right? You like, I want to lose 50 pounds and, I want to get in the gym, I want to eat healthy. But then you got certain friends who may not be on that wave, so they keep inviting you, hey girl, let's go get drinks. Hey girl, let's go get food. I don't want to go to the gym. Hey girl, let's come to my house, let's smoke. You have to let go of those people who do not align with the goal of where you're trying to go or what you're trying to accomplish. Because the more you surround yourself with those people, they're going to hold you back. Or also sometimes like, people could put a negative perspective or like seed in your ear about certain things that you want to accomplish. Let's say if you say, okay, I want to get married, I want to have a family, and I want to, do this and the third. You got some females who are city girls, and they might be like, girl, what? F these men, I'm not doing this, I don't cook, I don't clean, how you tell you I got this ring? Like, they will try to really change your perspective on wanting something good and godly and things like that. Also, a lot of people sometimes don't believe in God. So like they might be putting perspectives in your ear that make it hard for you to like really, you know, like feel motivated to really want to accomplish your goals. Like you got to surround yourself with people who are doing the things that you want to do or who have accomplished the things that you want to accomplish. Another tip on like elevating your life, put God first, y'all. A lot of people, y'all already know that, and that should have been my number one tip, but you got to put God first. Let me give y'all a little like testimony, or I guess little story. So when I made my vision board, y'all, I put all of these things up there. I want marriage, I want kids, I want, you know, to have my business flourish, and I want to do well in my career. I want to have like these certain type of friends. I want a vacation and things like that. And when you put God first, right, and you pray to God for the things you have on your vision board or over your life and things like that, God is going to move some pieces around. And let me tell you, you have to trust him, because when I made that vision board, I was with my ex at the time, and I'm thinking, okay, I want marriage and kids, just going to be with this person, like probably thinking I'm going to be with, because we was already together for almost 3 years. But shortly, or a year after that, me making that vision board, God broke that relationship up, and I realized that was not the person God had for me. So I had to be willing to let him go and trust God. And now I promise you not, God has like put me with a much better man, and I love the relationship I'm in. And I feel like this, like my boyfriend and me are like the perfect fit. I feel like this is really who God has ordained me to be with, and that like now when I'm looking at the vision board, I'm like, oh, this is the man that God has for me to marry. Like me and my boyfriend, our relationship is very God-centered. So you have to trust God when you have that vision and you map out your life. You got to trust when God make those moves, because it won't make sense in the moment, but long term or in the end, it's gonna make sense. Like and even when it comes to certain things, whether it's like you being at a job or something, sometimes God gonna shake things up when he wants to elevate you. He's going to remove things out your life. I was comfortable at my job that I just resigned from. I told God, like, I was praying, hey God, I want to be a manager, you know, I'm ready to take the next step. But I was also comfortable. I was like, okay, I'll wait like next year, whatever, to become manager. But God shook things up, because he like, if you want this, I'm going to make it happen. And even whether you think you ready or not, here I come, because it's still coming. So God, like, you know, I lost my last team that I was doing marketing for, and I had to get switched to a new team where I was dealing with so much stress, depression, anxiety from just the microaggressions on that team, being the only black girl. But I realized that God had to put me through that before he elevated me, and now I was able to resign from my job, and I found a new job as a manager. So that was such a blessing in my life, and I didn't understand why I had to go through that in the process of like dealing with, you know, like people bullying me at work, and just dealing with like people ignoring me and things like that, and how it made me feel, or like me losing my last team where I was so comfortable and I loved it so much. But now, months down the line, it makes sense, because God wanted me to elevate sooner than I wanted to elevate, if that makes sense. So like I said, when you have a vision over your life, you got to trust God, because he knows what he has for you, and he knows the moves that you need to make, or the things that he needs to remove out your life. So that is another big tip when it comes to elevating your life. Another tip that I want to give, this could be like the last tip, you really got to romanticize your life, y'all. Like, romanticize your life. That's how you're going to get to the next level. You got to love everything about your life, okay? Like, if you're a female especially, keep yourself up. Like I said, you got to know that you're better than a lot of things, and you got to honestly know that you're too good as well. And I know sometimes people like to look at that as like, oh, you're stuck up, don't be stuck up. No, like, you got to know when you are too good for certain things, whether that's a relationship, whether that's friends, whether that's a certain environment. You got to know that you're too good, and that's going to help you like want to elevate and go to the next level. Because like, it's not saying like you're not being humble or looking at people like they're beneath you, but you got to also know when you are too good for certain things. Like, if I know, like, okay, I'm a woman of God and I want to, you know, be a corporate baddie and I want to do all of these things, why am I hanging out with the girls that want to go fight and drink and, you know, be with the hood? I don't want to do that. That's not me. So therefore, I'm too good for that. I'm trying to elevate, and you're still on this level. That's not me. We don't align, basically. So you have to know that you are above and too good for certain things, okay? But I hope these tips will help somebody watching this video, and I hope you ladies do continue to elevate yourselves, because come on now, like, we getting older, and I know a lot of us want to be somewhere further, and we're tired of our same situation, or we just don't know where to start. But I hope these tips help you start to see, you know, how to elevate your life and things like that. But also, like I said, don't forget to like, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and show a friend these videos, or send it out to a friend as well. And I hope these videos also help anybody watching this as well.